Hey y'all, Irix Guy here, back again with another live show. This is a live show, meaning that if you choose to do so, you can comment and you can super chat and you can super sticker. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe, and you can support Irix Guy's Adventure Channel on Patreon also. Patreon.com/Irix Guy. So just at it again. I've got a sniffle, and I hope it's just a regular sinus sniffle and no sort of other stuff. But we're going to chat about everything. We got drones. We've got Mavic Air 2, which is expected to be out. Unboxing, field test, obviously while socially distanced to be safe and responsible. And yeah, just a lot of good stuff going on. Look at these arrows here. These fancy arrows in the parking lot. Look at that. Fancy. Yeah, just keeping my distance. And again, always remember, all visitors, please report to the front office. It's a nice looking fire hydrant. Yes. Hey, what's up? Ben's Trains. We got the train off the tracks. Look, crooked railroad here. The setup. Welcome aboard, man. Welcome aboard. It is. What is today? You know, I think today's Tuesday. Yeah, today's Tuesday. I want to remind everyone, do provide social media consulting services and a lot of other services, socially distanced, of course. I provide those services virtually. So if you're looking for any sort of social media consulting, any sort of computer consulting, any sort of consulting at all, or maybe just a pep talk, whatever you need, motivational support, shoot me a message, and I provide services daily, every evening, and then also on the weekends at any time on Saturday or Sunday. So really wanted to ramp that up. I've already had a lot of people take advantage of the consulting services, and that's tremendously appreciated. It's important nowadays that if you're the customer and you need services, social media support, IT, that you've got somewhere where you can find it, and it's a contact-free situation. Obviously, all the services I provide are provided by way of a live video feed or phone call, so there's no person-to-person contact to have to worry about. But anything you need, if it's maybe you're trying to grow your social media right now, and you're researching ideas, and you want to say, hey, Irix Guy, can I book half hour with you? And maybe do that. Maybe it's not enough. Maybe you want to spend some more time and book some more time. So I've got those services available. Obviously, anything related to cameras, video, computers, anything you might need to know. If there's something you're curious about, shoot me a message, and I'll be happy to provide a very reasonable quote for my services. Obviously, contact-free services, all virtual, safe while quarantined. So there's another arrow in the street. And remember, this is a live show, so if you choose to do so, you can super chat. Really trying, not just trying, but I'm proactively working to take this channel to the next level, because right now with the temporary travel ban and everything, there's no opportunity to travel and capture content. And that's the heart and soul of Irix Guy's Adventure Channel, is getting out there to the places that a lot of people may not go, and capturing videos and sharing the excitement and the adventure. And that's not an option right now, because you've got you got COVID. You got COVID-19. So, with that being the case, how does one best optimize their time? And that's what I'm looking at now. I'm looking at now as an opportunity to, in lieu of temporarily having travel suspended, in lieu of that, being able to use this time as an opportunity, number one, to improve the studio. And I owe y'all a tour of the updated Irish Guys Adventure Channel studio. It's gotten really, I don't know, y'all have to tell me what y'all think when you see the video. And then, also just working aggressively to make as much money as possible. And, that's money that can be spent when these travel bans lift. And welcome aboard, Philippe. When these travel bans lift, get out and do some really cool travels. And, maybe have, and, during hopefully by 2021, this COVID will be clear and I'll be able to do a big trip and, and have an enhanced amount of funds for that trip to really capture some cool content to share here on Irish Guys Adventure Channel. So, it's a pollen in my. I hope it's pollen because I'm sniffly. But yeah, I mean, like every day, I'm getting out of quarantine, and Philippe says I'm ready to travel Caribbean islands for sure. Yeah, man, no better place. I mean, you can go. I don't know. I mean, the Caribbean's cool and the mountains are cool. Two totally different animals. If you're ever wanting to do something that's not tropical, man, I would go to British Columbia. British Columbia is incredible. Actually, maybe even in 2021 or 2022, one of the big adventures on Irish Guys Adventure Channel's radar is to get dropped off by a bush plane, just flown out in the middle of nowhere in either British Columbia or Alaska, and just get picked up, a week later. So, and obviously that's an opportunity to document the experience. Philippe says, I used to go to Thailand, Philippines, but I'm tired of 18 hours of flying. Yeah, man, that's a long flight. I did Hawaii, which that was pretty intense. And funny story about Hawaii, I was flying from LAX, obviously Los Angeles Airport, and we got up in the air, and we're halfway over halfway between California and Hawaii, and the air conditioner on the airplane breaks. So, we're all in there. I mean, not actually suffocating, but getting close to it. And it got so bad that they allowed everyone to congregate around the rear of the plane, and they were giving out free drinks. So, basically, that was back in 2008. Yeah, I never will forget that trip. Number one, it was a long flight. Number two, the broken air conditioner on the plane made it almost unbearable. But at least we got free booze and we got free drinks all the way to Hawaii and landed in Maui feeling great, and got out and bought some fruit and went to the hotel in Maui. But yeah, man, I'm like you, Philippines, Maui, Kauai, Oahu, wherever, long flight. It's all right, but I don't know. I hate to fly. I don't trust it, and that's the thing. It's just it's not a good experience because I don't know. I like to be in control, and I'm definitely not in control because I'm not a pilot. So it's not a good feeling. But yeah, we got all kinds of good stuff coming here, and hello from the UK. Welcome, Jason. Welcome aboard. We got people from all over the world. We got New York. We've got UK. We've got just all over the place, man. That's the way it needs to be. And remind everyone, we've got, this is a live show, so we got super chat and super sticker. if you choose to do that, that's I know Andrea's done it quite a bit, and that's super cool that she's done that. But yeah, we got some good stuff coming, y'all, and I hope I hope this crud clears. But it's over there is cheap, but not like it used to be in Southeast Asia. Yeah, I know a lot of people. They leave the United States and go to Alcaron blog, and then can't wait to see your new drone video. Um, yeah, yeah, it's what's the word for it? It's good to travel to places that are inexpensive, and that's why I like the Caribbean, because I can travel there on the cheap, except for places like St. Bart's. But I can still do that on the cheap because I know how to nickel and dime everything, and get in 20 or 30 years ago. But yes, it changed. Talking about Philippe's talking about the Philippines. Yeah, everything changes, man, and it's not always for the better. I tell you, a place that's changed, and that's Maui, man. Maui used to be, a cool little island, and it wasn't too. Uh, it was somewhat sparsely populated, and now there's Home Depots and all your big chain stores and all that. It's like, man, it's not fun anymore. And it's a long flight. I mean, I like it there. Don't get me wrong, but you go to the Caribbean, you go to this place where you don't have any fast food restaurants, you don't have all the chains. It's just a better experience, and you still got the good stuff. You got the handcrafted rum and that sort of stuff. But what else do you need? Fresh seafood and rum, and that's about it. The beach and good weather. So, but yeah, this COVID, man, this is crimping the style of the channel. Philippe says, in the Caribbean, Alan, Haiti, and Dominican Republic, which island do you suggest affordable? Just saw flying my Mavic Pro and saw a lot. Very cool. Philippe says Dominican. What would I recommend is cheap in the Caribbean? Well, I'll tell you one thing that's cool, and I'm not gonna say it's cheap, but it's if you do like I do and get vacation rentals and sort low to high in price, and then filter by the ones that have air conditioner and and at least a few decent reviews. That's how I do it on the cheap. But yeah, go to Providenciales in Turks and Caicos and get on a boat and go to. This will be a really fun trip. We went out there, got on a boat on a Go Fast, and then we ran from. We didn't run from anybody. We got on a boat, and it was a speedboat. Went out and went from Providenciales to West Caicos, and yeah, West Caicos is just a little. It's an unpopulated island. I think it was either Lehman Brothers or J.P. Morgan or Merrill. One of those big financial institutions. They were putting together on that West Caicos island. It was like I think it was a Westin or a Ritz. One of the big expensive resort chains, and it never finished. They went bankrupt, and so you go out there and there's nothing, and there's just this partially finished resort. They don't have all the walls up and this, that, and the other. And there's only like two people that live on West Caicos. And I wouldn't say they live there. They take them out, take them over on a boat, and there's security guards that stay on the island. So that's a cool place to go visit. There's no place to sleep on West Caicos, but take a boat over there and check it out. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know. I want to hit up, part of the either 2021 or 2022 adventures. Got to hit up some of the remote parts of the Bahamas. Not talking about the main islands, but just some of the little tiny islands off of them. And check that out. And see what else. I got the hiccups. Ooh, man, I hope I'm not coming down with this stuff. Ooh, nose is running. Now the hard part is to find a good captain in the boat. Not $1,000 a day. Yeah, sometimes you got to look at it like this. And this, well, and I'm not one to justify spending, but I'll justify it anyway. So if you're going somewhere, here's what I do. So plan far ahead. No, pick a month. Now you're probably going to get better deals during hurricane season, but if you do that, you may want to consider travel insurance, or you may not. You may get such a good rate that you either make it or you lose it, or you eat it. You don't get to go. But what I always do is plan far in advance, nickel and dime everything. Get the best deals, and then book it and pay all that off. So when I get there, I don't owe any. Once I'm there, I don't owe anything. It's well in a connection. We'll get to that in a minute. Part of it's connection, but I got some other tips for you. But yeah, so if you pay it all off, so what if there's one day where you've got that $1,000 boat trip? If you plan this in advance and you put aside, let's just say weekly, you take $50 or $100 and set aside and say, hey, this is going towards a skipper's boat. I'm going to have a captain take me around for the day. It may be worth it for you, and that may be a more palatable way to do it. But connections are important. The main thing about the Caribbean to get good deals, it's not so much connections, it's knowing the terrain. I mean, not the terrain, but knowing the area. So, if you've been there, and something I would recommend, and obviously not now because of all the, even pre-COVID, because of all the sicknesses on cruise ships, but taking cruises were a great way to quickly scout out certain areas. You were able to have enough minutes there to kind of see what's around and just get a visual lay of the land. And then after you have that, you start to identify better deals. And I'm never one to suggest repeat destinations. But with that said, there's places I would repeat and have repeated. I've repeated Bermuda. I've repeated St. Thomas and St. John. Those are places that definitely should be repeated. And if you become a repeat traveler to certain places, once you've been there, you can get to know what's where, and know where the good places to stay are and where the less desirable places are. And you can pull up Google Earth and just look at the satellite photos, and then look at the vacation rentals and all of that in the parts of the island that you're interested in, and see what's available. And you'll be amazed at what you can find. And again, with a lot of these, especially the ones that are the lower price, a lot of them, you need to safety of the food, and most important, blue water and the beach. Yeah, man. I mean, all that's important. But if you plan all this far in advance, you've got a better things to choose, because the vacation rentals aren't picked over. Because if you wait until a few months before, probably most everything's going to be booked. And if it's not, what's available is probably going to be on the higher end of the price spectrum. So, yeah, but food's important. Like I was saying earlier, for me, it's not, the food's important. I gotta have at least a few 5-star meals just to feel that it was, a great experience. But ultimately for me, when I'm traveling, it's a business. I'm going to capture YouTube videos, and I'm going to capture how-to materials for tourists that are considering that same location. So my top priority is always keeping the cost down, because it is a business. It is a business trip, going and capturing those videos. But working in, a little bit of downtime, outside of working hours, outside of filming videos and mapping out how-to topics and this, that, and the other, travel advice. But, to set aside at least a few nights at that destination to have an enjoyable time that's not work, just to sit down and have a 5-star meal, personal time. And that's important. So, it's a matter of, and again, if I didn't operate Irish Guys Adventure Channel, well, definitely I wouldn't be traveling as much, because, I wouldn't have, number one, I wouldn't have the reason to do it. I mean, I'm doing it because, yeah, I love those places, but I'm doing it because it's a business. And, if I didn't travel to these places, you wouldn't have the videos on YouTube. You wouldn't have the videos embedded in websites. Well, you would have some, but a lot of those are just going to be from big media outlets that, when you watch those videos, do those videos contain an accurate representation of what the place is like? Or is it so edited and so embellished and so influenced by the powers that be that you can't trust it? So, honest travel reviews, honest travel tutorials from someone that's been there, toes in the sand. So that's my business model, is, just sharing it like it is and not embellishing it. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. I'll tell you, you know. And I have no problem, as Philippe knows. I mean, I have no problem sharing travel advice. So, if you're looking for a travel consultant, I offer travel consulting services. Shoot me a message, and I'll be happy to, book a half hour, whatever amount of time you may want. This is a time for entrepreneurship. You don't have to do anything, but the smart people right now probably realize that things are crumbling. And I'm not trying to be a fearmonger, but things are crumbling. And look at gas prices right now. That is if that's not writing on the wall, what is? So there's a lot of things going on. So now's the time to really think outside of the box. For people that are really thinking outside of the box, now is a time where there may be, in the near future, and there may be some outstanding real estate investment opportunities. That's another positive that can be created out of this from this COVID. So I mean, there's stuff coming, man. But yeah, I mean, life's not a business. Life's not all business, but the more business that one incorporates into day-to-day life, the more freedom they have. The more freedom they create, more freedom. I just messed that up. The more business that one performs day to day, the more opportunities that person can create for themselves. Because if all that someone does, sit around and watch TV, that's not gonna, that's not time well spent. I mean, sure, everybody needs to relax. If you run yourself raw with work, you're gonna burn out. So there's a fine line there. But if you're an entrepreneur, you probably realize that, hey, there's fun in business. There's fun in creating and watching things grow. And that's there's an ambulance. Hope that's not in our COVID case. Oh man, this stuff's everywhere. I'll tell you though, I've seen cars probably 50 or 60 feet away, and that's it. And if they have their windows down, I step far away because if somebody's got their window down, they could be breathing, and you don't want that. So I mean, it's yeah, these are, as the overused word, the word that's overused, unprecedented times. They definitely are unprecedented. But we'll get through this, and we will learn new things and new opportunities. God, man, I burned 155 calories so far. I'm missing the gym. You know, I'm getting fat, getting fat, getting fat, getting fat. But there's only way to cure fatness, and that's to exercise and eat somewhat healthy. So you know, I mean, it's a mean and nasty and vicious world at times, but it is what it is. And there's stairs here. This is nice. So yeah, I got some drones coming. That's going to be exciting. Good break from all the Chef Boyardee. It's something new to taste. Let's see. Oh yeah, we are moving right along, y'all. We are moving right along. Check this out. Okay. All visitors, please report to the front office. Don't forget. That's funny. Everything's closed down. I wonder who lives down there. Look at that. It's got a little door on it. Creepy. Creepy stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting. I'll say it's gonna be an interesting next few years because we the plays, the moves that are made in the next few months are going to dictate how long or how quickly everybody recovers. Alcron blog, are you getting Mavic Air 2? Without a doubt. As soon as Mavic Air 2 releases, I will be ordering it. And by the way, as soon as it releases, stay tuned to irixsky.com and epicdroneshow.com because as soon as Mavic 2 Air releases, or Mavic Air 2, whatever they're going to call it, I will have it and all of the accessories available there to order. So I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna be an interesting drone because they're, and I forget which viewer said this in the comments on the channel earlier today, but it was something along the lines of the Mavic Air 2 will kind of be testing the waters for Mavic 3 because obviously during these times, I think drone sales is going to be really soft. I mean, that's not when there's a financial meltdown, that's not really the top of the list. Now, for me, obviously it's part of my business. So when a new drone comes out, I am personally obligated, if I like it. There's drones I don't review, but if I like it, I'm personally obligated to my YouTube channel to unbox and thoroughly review in an honest way. So, I will have the Mavic Air 2, and I'm excited about it. But, like another viewer had mentioned, I don't think, I do think it'll be a test. DJI kind of testing the waters during these unprecedented times to see how well or how poorly it'll sell in a down economy. Because obviously the Mavic 3 should be a higher end drone than the Mavic Air 2. So, yeah, it's I'm excited about it though. I mean, it's something to look forward to, other than looking at the walls in quarantine and the blades of grass in a deserted and far off parking lot. where there's nobody around. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be cool, but it's just it's this whole thing is a test of sanity. Um, how long can one thrive while in quarantine? And that's what a lot of people would have unfortunately what a lot of people have done. They failed the test. I mean, you see these people out at insert big outdoor store here or insert big box retailer here, and you see the people out just elbow to elbow, and it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. I mean, I'm obviously I'm against totally against government control, but again, it's frustrating to see that people aren't taking this seriously, and they're not trying to protect others and themselves, and that's the scary part. I mean, it just takes a few careless people to spread something nasty, and that's why everybody I see, and including myself, everybody I see, including myself, I assume they have COVID-19 to be safe, because if you assume everyone and everything has it, then you're probably mentally. I mean, there's two ways to look at that. You can make yourself paranoid, which is not a good thing, or you can use it as a way to mentally condition yourself to be hyper vigilant. And I think that's what I've accomplished. I mean, anytime I have a box, number one, if I've got a box, I'm not opening that day. And then number two, when I touch that box, I'm putting it way far away from everything, and I'm thoroughly scrubbing down my hands and my face and everything. Well, not my face, but scrubbing down my hands and arms all the way to my elbows, anything that may have made contact with that box. And then I open that box many days later. So, it's there's over, paranoia can be a bad thing, but being proactive and vigilant, or remaining vigilant about, trying to avoid contact with. You can't see the stuff. I mean, if you could see it, it'd be different. But since you can't see it, in my opinion, it's safest to assume it's everywhere. So anyway, yeah, it's wow, I burned a few hundred calories so far, which isn't bad. Had this live show going for 33 minutes and some change. Speaking of change, super chat, super sticker. Y'all can check that out. This is a live show. It's one of YouTube's newest features. So yeah, just some cool stuff. But man, my nose is running. It's stopped up and running at the same time. It's bad. Man, it's crazy how many people are driving down the road just looking at their phones. It's dangerous. Very dangerous. Yeah, so yeah, we got Mavic Air 2 coming. It makes me wonder, why has Apple not released a drone? Why has Google not released a drone? And what about think about those companies, but what about Microsoft? Can you imagine a Microsoft drone? I mean, there's so many players that could enter the game, and try to bring us some cool stuff, but they don't. It's DJI, I'd see it. And DJI is good, but y'all think DJI is going to become lazy and fail to innovate, or do y'all think that DJI is going to continue to get better? I mean, they don't have any competition, so yeah, it's just kind of crazy. Um, yeah. Okay, well, that's got another mile in there. That's good. Trying to stay in shape. Ready to get back into the gym in a few months once all this crap clears. But until then, this is about the best thing to do. Do live YouTube streams while walking and talking about the world around us. So let's see. There's a lot of grass out here, that's for sure. Ton of grass. Yeah, so talking about some crazy stuff. There's some videos that'll be coming out soon, and they're I started messing with acoustics in the studio, and that's going to be part of the studio tour that I will share with y'all shortly. But yeah, just trying to eliminate room echo and finding. Sorry, I had a phone call. Did I miss anything? No, man, you didn't miss anything. Welcome back. Welcome back, Philippe. So yeah, acoustic foam, and what do you think of Autel Evo 2? Well, what do I think about Autel Evo 2? I will give you my unfiltered truth. So Autel Evo 2 is made by Autel, and I when Autel, and this was back, God, this was back, was it 2016 or maybe not that long ago, but several years ago. I remember when Autel was at CES, and they had this drone. Autel had this drone, and it had modular camera. They had a 360 spherical camera option. They had, I think it was either a 4K, I think it was a 4K camera option, and they had a was it a thermal camera or something? Really good looking drone. Followed them on their Instagram or whatever. Radio silence. Commented on their Instagram, when's this drone coming? Radio silence. They never, to my knowledge, released that drone. It was a good looking drone, but then after that they came out with Autel Evo, which I didn't waste my time on that one. And then they came out with I think the current one's the one you mentioned, Autel Evo 2. I don't have any interest. I mean, if they were offering their products at deeply discounted prices and you could buy a few extra batteries for it, maybe it would be worth the gamble. But I mean, to be frank, I'd be ripping them. He says my butt makes noises. $2, super chat. That's super cool. Super, super cool. So, like that happened, y'all can do a super chat or a super sticker and say whatever you want to say, man. That is super cool. Thanks again. But yeah, Autel Evo 2. I just, nothing against them. They lost me, man. I mean, when you're at a big convention like Consumer Electronics Show and you're showing off something that's genuinely cool, and you never follow up with your fans, you never release that product, or even say why you didn't release it. Oh man, that's sorry. And I mean, maybe I'm too harsh. Maybe I am. Maybe I should have given Autel a shot. But when you rub me the wrong way, I don't feel entitled to spend a penny. I mean, I just, maybe I'm a jerk. I don't know, but they lost me at that, man. And ever since then, I've seen something from Autel hit the screen, and I just haven't. I mean, it doesn't even excite me. I mean, it doesn't even make me feel like giving it a closer glance, even online. So, I mean, I don't know. Am I bad? Am I a bad person because I don't like Autel? I know a lot of people say I'm a DJI fanboy, but I do like DJI. And, the only DJI product that I've owned that I didn't like was a DJI Ronin there, and it never would work properly with my Sony Alpha. And I think when I had that, was it the A7 III that I had, or the A7R III? I can't remember, but it never would balance. And when you're a company like DJI and you're making a gimbal stabilizer, one would think that they would want that gimbal stabilizer to be perfectly compatible with what's probably the most popular camera system for video on the market today, Sony Alpha. And it wasn't. Never could get it to work. That's the only time I've had a negative experience with DJI product. And the only other disappointing experience was DJI Spark. Yeah, it was small. Yeah, it was lightweight. You know, that put a smile on my face. But nah, battery life was so bad that it wasn't even really usable. So, I mean, who knows, man? I mean, but yeah, Autel, I don't know. I mean, maybe if someone had an Autel and they're like, hey, man, take this out in the field and review it, maybe I would. Who knows? But I probably wouldn't, because I'm just not, I don't know. It just, that CES thing, man, it still sticks in my head. It still sticks in my head. And that was, Philippe says, yes, I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, I want to like another drone brand. You know, I don't want to just be DJI fanboy. You know, I want to like another drone. And I was hoping that GoPro was going to be it. And, you know, we know what happened with GoPro. GoPro Karma had safety issues that caused it to be recalled. Well, yeah, that's bad. Well, what do? As soon as it's recalled, then DJI comes out with the first Mavic Pro, which totally outshined the Karma. And then GoPro sits on their hands, and instead of releasing a better drone than the Mavic Pro, they re-released half-heartedly re-released the Karma after it's quote unquote fixed, and it was just a flop. And then they exit the drone business. That was just like, you know, I've always loved GoPro cameras. Philippe says, I'm happy with Mavic 2 Pro. The Mini is too small and the Mavic Air is too noisy and battery too short. Well said. I agree with you, man. Yeah, I like the but I do like the Mavic Mini because I can recharge it with USB, and I can put it, you know, when I'm backpacking, I can take it with me. It's easy, but it doesn't have 4K. So, I mean, who knows, man? I mean, now I look back at that and I'm like, if GoPro can fail at this, and you know, and I don't know, maybe GoPro realized that there's just not a big business for drones. I mean, maybe we're all fooled and think that, you know, drones are a big business, and maybe they're really not. I still think they are, though. And what I can't grasp is why they are such a big business, and there's no big business that seems to want to get involved with drones. I don't get it. But it's too easy to crash Mini if you go too far and too windy. Yeah, remarkable. Surprisingly, Mavic Mini handles moderate wind quite well. But yeah, I mean, it's not going to handle stronger wind like a Mavic 2 or a DJI Phantom because it's smaller and lighter weight. But yeah, I mean, who knows, man? Who knows? We got super chats coming in. We're at $2. $2 in super chats. Who wants to super chat? Super chat. Or you can super sticker. Or do none at all. It doesn't matter. Y'all are watching and commenting. That's what counts. But super chats are greatly appreciated. Yeah. What is that? Is it a scam? I don't know, man. You're talking about Alltel? What are you asking is a scam? The GoPro Karma? Oh, the super chats. No. Super chat is a feature that if you look at the chat feed, it's where you can super chat or super sticker during a live show, like the pop-up you saw. Yeah, rip them $200, $2. I would say $200, man. I'd be jumping for joy. It'd be big, but yeah, I mean, I'm not. This is not a beg stream. This is a live show, but those super chats are appreciated because they keep the independent YouTube channel going. They keep it going, man. They keep it going. Running. No, I'm not gonna run. I used to do road biking until people started texting and driving, and I almost died because I was hit by a car while road biking, and they were texting. And I'm not the lawsuit type, but looking back at that, I should have made them pay for a new bike for me. But anyway, I like to make money on the up and up. So anyway, yeah, it's that time. It's time. Why don't you I'll let y'all see everything in front of me. I'm going to post some videos that'll blow your mind. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Subscribe. And then I will show some videos of all kinds of good stuff. So thank y'all for tuning in. And I got to do some things. And stay tuned for another live show soon. And ring that bell icon when you subscribe to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.